Hey, while we are here at Kanab, Utah, we are here for the train show that they've got here. Look at this thing. This is awesome. And this is just the tip of the iceberg when you pull into the parking lot here. Let's do a walk around on this thing because it is so cool.
So I'm Robert Lacey. We've been working on this layout for the last, about 3 years, my family and I. So it's been a fun family project. My sons have helped build the bench work. My wife has helped out with a lot of the scenery work, has had the kids. So it's been a lot of fun. We've been able to put this together out of several different layouts that we salvaged out of the area of people who had moved on and left their layouts. And so it's been fun to have an opportunity to build something that's big and running. We decided to build something big and modular like this instead of building an in-home layout because of the train show. We got involved with it about 6 years ago and thought if we're going to build a layout, we don't really have a lot of room in the house anyways. So by building it modularly, we can set it up when we come down to the show or other places where we can get some spot to do it. But ours is that this is just a freelance. It doesn't have any particular setting. It doesn't have a particular railroad. We just kind of like to run equipment on it for now. So.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
You're sure welcome.
And the venue a little bit for where we're at now. This is the first time in this venue, right?
Yep. Okay. We've been at the library, and they were great supporters. But it was a venue about a quarter of the square footage as we have here, and we just had simply outgrown it. Each year, we had more and more people wanting to come display stuff. So now that we had this facility open last February or so, and we thought this would be a great move for us with COVID and everything. We knew we needed to be in a bigger space for social distancing, and it's been great. Yep, they've been really supportive.
Thank you. And if someone wanted to bring a layout in future years, what was the process for them to do that?
Best bet's just to contact me. They can find our website at kanabtrainshow.com. Our contact info's on there, or they can email me at info@kanabtrainshow.com.
you said this train has a pretty good history to it, huh?
Well, there's more history on this table. Starting with this train here, this is from 1917, so it's 104 years old, and it almost still runs. It didn't want to run today. I put it on the track, and it just didn't want to go. But if I coax it, I could probably get it to go. So then the next thing is the last 4 cars on the train in the background are actual trains from the 1930s. That probably 1930, 1931. And then all the shiny ones are from the same era, but that's all reproduction. It's about 20 or 30 years old. Actually from, I hate to think, about 1985 when they produced those reproductions.
How do you move it?
So that a little bit of history on the standard gauge. Standard gauge was never made after about 1939.
Okay.
Oh, down here.
So what we have here are trains in 12 different sizes, 12 different gauges here. All the way from the 1/8 scale over here on the floor, garden scale,
Look at the littlest one. It's not even moving.
clear up to the nano, which is 1,000th to 1. Well, this all grew. I started out with a American Flyer train that a friend gave me that he had when he was a child. And I had room under my layout, under the helix, for this size of board. So I put a track on, and put a Thomas body on it, and then I said, well, I could put one down there, and I've got an HO, and they make an N, so I built a TT, I built these two, built that one, 3D printed the body for the Nano, and it's just grown.
Nice.
This all started out with the train show at Thanksgiving Point several years ago. At the end of the show, my wife says, there was nothing for the kids to run. And that started with that, grew into this.
Okay.
What they use, like a magnet,
another-
just pull it along.
That's my smallest layout.
Okay, these trains are old American Flyer made by A.C. Gilbert. And it's 2-rail, it's scale 1/64th of an inch. I don't know what else to say. I like the trains. I've been collecting them for 50 years. I like them because they're realistic. Lionel was very popular at the same time that these were made, and it still is, but they have 3 rails instead of 2. This is more realistic. I belong to the American Flyer Club in central Utah, northern Utah, Golden Spike American Flyer Club, and we participate in most all of the model train shows in and around Salt Lake and all the way from, well, we go to Idaho, we've been to Wyoming, and Salt Lake, Ogden.
So yeah, I got my first train set when I was 8 years old, and it just really developed over time. Because I want to get a layout, like a pretty big layout, of this color concrete, that's over there, that's N-Scale. So I got my first train set when I was 8, and I was like, wow, this is cool, and I bought it with my own money. And then when I was 10, I got a lifelike train set, which is kind of like this. And I had that for a couple years, and then it started to break down. I was like, okay. And then I got this train set for Christmas about 2 years ago. And then I've had that ever since, and it goes around the Christmas tree and stuff, and I bring it to the train shows. And then I just barely got 38 feet of this track right here, this Bachman Easy track, and Highway Patrolman, that's a good friend of ours, gave us a lot of these trains, like that engine right there, that engine and that dummy I never bought, and I have probably about 150 feet of track that he gave to me.
All right, what do you do after a long day playing with trains? What was your favorite train thing to see today?
The King's Cross Station.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, and ironically, both of those things you haven't actually seen yet because that is in the Lego layout. And what we're going to be doing tomorrow, if my phone doesn't keep turning. Oh no, come back, come back! All right, I think I got the camera, so it's not going to move anymore. So the plan is for tomorrow to actually put the camera on the Lego track and watch it as it goes around. So we're going to, let's fade a little movie magic to tomorrow.